Welcome along to stage 14 of the Vuelta. After yesterday's brutal climb up to Los Machucos, the peloton should have a chance to catch their breath today with a flat outing into Oviedo. Theoretically one for the sprinters, who haven't had much to sink their teeth into this week. 6 men broke away shortly after the stage got underway. Sylvain Tillier, Luca Pibernik, Harm van Hoek, Salvatore Puccio, Diego Rubio and Stefan Rossetto. But the peloton gave them very little leeway. The sprint teams on the front, with the gap never exceeding 2.5 minutes. Heading towards the final 50k, Rossetto abandoned his fellow escapees to answer the call of nature. The Frenchman returning to the pack, and it was always going to be a tall order for the 5 remaining men left at the front. Just 2 minutes the gap. The peloton closing in by the foot of the day's only climb, the Alto La Madera, 8 kilometres at 3.5%. Further back, a group containing Pierre Latour and Ángel Madrazo had lost contact, and they would end up losing over 11 minutes. The break only had 55 seconds in hand at the summit. And with 4.5 kilometres to go, the remaining 4 riders at the front were finally swallowed up. The sprint teams setting a furious pace to get their fast men into position, but drama inside the final kilometre, a huge crash in the middle of the peloton. And there was to be no bunch sprint in the end, with a bigger uphill kick to the line than expected. Tosh van der Sande of Lotto Soudal tried a late attack, but there was simply no stopping Sam Bennett.
He takes the win. Brilliant Bennett once again.
Well, Bennett grabbing his second win of the Vuelta ahead of Max Richesi and van der Sande, the rest of the leading peloton, including those caught up in the crash, 5 seconds back.
You're here for one win every week?
That would be nice. I'm happy now I reached my target for this season, but hopefully there's another 1 or 2 in the bag.
Well, no bunch sprint then after that spectacular late crash, and yet it was one of the stage favourites, Bennett, who sailed to victory. The Irishman, who still hasn't confirmed where he'll be riding next year, becomes the second rider after Tadej Pogačar to win twice on this Vuelta. He's now the most successful rider this season with 13 wins, one more than the world number 1, Julian Alaphilippe. No changes overall, although a few riders, including Valverde and Pogačar, may be feeling the effects of that late crash tomorrow. The overall leader, Roglic, still has a comfortable lead in the points classification too, and despite his second stage win today, Bennett is only in 5th place in those standings. Ángel Madrazo still leads in the mountains, but he's got a big day ahead of him tomorrow with 4 big climbs on the menu. Pogačar, the youngest rider in the race, remains top of the white jersey standings. He's still less than a minute ahead of Miguel Ángel Lopez. Roglic 7 stages away from Madrid. He'll be looking to extend his reign in red in the mountains tomorrow.